Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we return with round 4 of season 2 of our MotoGP 24 Let's Play. Yes, we're back this weekend here at the Circuit Jerez for the Gran Premio Estrella Galicia 0,0 de España. Yes, I couldn't see the name. Again, it is behind my camera. I keep saying it. Maybe I'll move it. Maybe I won't. But yeah, today though, obviously we are back, like I said, round 4 of the campaign. And safe to say, I'm quite happy with how well we've picked up so far on these Moto2 bikes. Of course, the first round in Qatar was a little bit rough, but since then I feel like we've gone from strength to strength. Well, currently up into P4 in the standings behind Lopez Aldeguer and Celestino Vietti. You guys still are kind of correcting my pronunciations as well in some of the other classes. So if I'm not mistaken, it isn't Bagnia, it's Bagar? I don't really know. It's not how I was pronouncing it. He's nowhere near the top of the championship anymore, so hopefully I'm not going to need to announce it anytime soon, as Tony Arbolino is a name I've never heard of, but he is leading in MotoGP there. Taking a look down in Moto3, it is still Daniel Holgado. They're tied now with Botelli, so safe to say, I mean, Moto3 at the moment looks absolutely wild to kickstart this season. Taio Forosato is having an absolute stinker all the way down in 8th place there. And I mean, where is the other Japanese rider? Tatsuki Suzuki, P14. Shocking start to the campaign for him. But we've got to focus on what we're doing here in Moto 2 as we head to Jerez. I've got to try and beat Garcia this weekend, so we might earn some modifications for development on the bike.
Hello from the Spanish circuit of Jerez. Good morning again from the circuit. Just a few more minutes and the second practice session will begin. We're pretty sure the pace will pick up and we'll start to understand who will be able to book a place in Q2.
Well, returning then to the Jerez circuit. If I remember correctly, this race in Moto 3 was actually quite an exciting one as well. So hopefully we're going to have a similar run this weekend. Of course, now we know we've got the pace and we can fight towards the front of the order. It does give me a little bit more confidence as we head into, free practice and qualifying. But of course, yeah, any weekend things can suddenly turn on their head for us. I would say, as happy as I am with the pace so far, there's still every possibility that, we could come to a circuit and just not quite get up to speed. As we bang off the red line through second gear, this thing still sounds so awesome. I mean, I'm watching this battle going on in front of me. I mean, this is only free practice, lads. They're going like 3 wide, absolutely everywhere through the second half of the lap, through some of the fast sweepers. I mean, oh, that's going to be our lap invalidated. We were lucky we didn't come off there. Come on. Try and not run into other riders too much. Well, Aldeguer then has set a 1:46.7 first lap. Admittedly, had our lap not been invalidated, we would have only been a couple of tenths away. So try and get down the inside. I think that's Scott Chambers, I want to say. I could be getting his name completely wrong. But yeah, Jerez though, this is an old school circuit. This is so much fun. A lot of history as well around this place. So, it's certainly one that I think a lot of the riders will want to win at. Any of the Spanish circuits, I think, a lot of the riders want to win at. It is still odd to me having so many races in Spain. Of course, I guess that's basically where Formula 1 is going in the US, though. I guess the other thing as well we're really learning is just how late you can actually brake on these bikes as well. I'm kind of worried in the opening couple of rounds that, you got to brake super, super early. Yes, you can't brake as late as you would on a Moto 3 bike, but again, you're carrying a lot more speed in, so that's not good. How is that a long lap penalty? I'm not having that.
The director offering up shots inside the pit where the team is waiting for its rider to return.
Oh, I am taking that penalty. Damn it, man. I clicked to go back to garage. Ah, no, that's an issue. Well, at least I know where the long lap penalty is around this circuit, down at that final hairpin. So it might be that we have to take that on lap 1 then, as we head into the race. Aldeguer now down into the high 145, so our teammate looking pretty good. I just want to try and get through free practice now and make sure we're straight into Q2. Well, absolutely blowing past Alex Escrig down in towards the final couple of corners. I'm hoping this is going to be a decent benchmark for us as we try and take a nice late apex through the final hairpin. start-finish line, the timing line, isn't actually till right under that kind of, whatever you want to call it. It looks like a spaceship trying to take off over the start-finish line. But we immediately then rocket up to P1, over a second clear of anybody else. We won't talk about the line into the first corner. We've got quite a win it and bin it mentality, it would appear. Well, there we go then, taking a look at your combined times from free practice. That lap was good enough to see us straight through and into Q2 then. Practice 3, the final one, was actually a wet session as well. So, yeah, luckily for us, we knew we should be pretty safe. But again, could we try and take pole? But this time out, will we be able to fight for the win? Well, at Kota, we were the only rider that was able to go under 2 minute 11. This time around, are we going to be the only rider that can go under 1:45? We seem to have just a couple of extra tenths in the back pocket over one lap over the AI, but we do seem to lose it a bit in race pace here. I am tempted to up the AI soon again. I think we're running 85 now, I want to say, which probably isn't much in comparison to other MotoGP creators, but I reckon I could probably up it towards 90 in the not too distant future either, and probably still be fairly competent in this class there. As you see Arenas there making his way out the pit lane. Lucky not to get the lap invalidated running over that curb. I tell you what, yeah, those two corners around the back of the circuit there, those long flowing left-handers, so satisfying when you get them nailed, but so difficult to do so there. As you can see, other riders struggling as well on their out lap. I mean, this one, it felt pretty hooked up throughout the first half. The second half, though, absolutely dreadful so far, as this is normally the corners where we're really strong against the AI. Remember, it was the same in Moto 3. For some reason, they don't really open up the corner very well, so we'll try and have a look around the outside down towards the final turn there. Just going to get held up a little bit on our flyer, but we will get the power down off of that final corner. Claim a nice little bit of slipstream as well. It's not quite going to be a 44, so actually a 46. So, yeah, really not that good, in fact. And again, we'll fire it off into turn 1. Somehow that time around we don't fall off. Well, somehow with everybody that's done a lap so far, despite all the mistakes on our first, we are still fastest. Around the outside this time around we'll go. Try and get ourselves a little bit of breathing room. Whoa, that was almost a very nasty trip to the gravel. We've somehow cheated death so far in this qualifying session. As I think, yeah, that's Ramos making his way out the final corner just in front of me. Again, we'll claim a nice slipstream there, and this should be a big improvement then. A bit more competent and competitive, I guess. I kind of got stuck between both of the words. As, yeah, we'll switch him through turn 1 there. Now we've got a bit of clear air. Hopefully this time around we're going to set a decent benchmark. It's just like not getting caught up with all the AI. That's the bigger issue. Well, times are definitely starting to improve then by the AI, but I was just wondering, how much time do I reckon I could have found had I actually lent on the gears more in Moto 3 as well? You know, could we have fought for more wins? Would we have actually been a shot for the title a bit more? You know, could Forsato have been beaten? All great mysteries that we might sadly never find the answer to, but as we make our way through the final couple of corners, hopefully, yeah, we are on for a big improvement here. Feels like everybody else is still kind of winding up to their big lap time, so we're going to be the one that really lays down the gauntlet. There's 1.3 seconds up out of the final corner. This is going to be a mid 144 here, and there we go. 44.3. We go pretty much exactly a second clear of P2. I don't think I can find much more time than that, but will the AI... Well, Bosco Scuro are going to be very, very happy with the performance we've done today. 8 tenths clear of Alonso Lopez there at the end of the session. And like I said, we were the only rider to dip below those 145s. Everybody incredibly bunched up behind. So yeah, I think I'm going to bump up the AI ready for the next episode. But we have got that long lap penalty to deal with, and my starts are usually terrible. We'll see how this goes.
Good morning and welcome to the Jerez de la Frontera circuit. We are live at the Spanish Grand Prix, one of the longest running events in the history of MotoGP. In a few moments we'll move to the main straight to watch the start of the Moto2 race. It's been a long weekend, but we finally reached the moment everyone's been waiting for. Just a few more minutes and the race will start. Today is a perfect day for racing. The sun is shining and temperatures are mild. Most of the riders plumping straight for medium tyres at the front and rear.
Well, here we are then, ready down on the grid. And yep, there we go. That long lap penalty has been confirmed there. A little bit annoyed But we'll have to try and put that behind us and get on as best as we can. I think if we can hang on to the lead early on, it might be worth trying to see if we can build up a margin before we take that penalty. Hopefully then it will leave us with a bit less, other riders to try and get back through. But back-to-back pole positions now. We've taken half of the ones available so far this season. Can we become, I believe, the 4th different winner of this campaign? Soft tyres on the front, mediums on the rear. Let's go.
The riders are lined up on the Jerez grid. There doesn't seem to be any problems, and they're all ready to go. A few seconds now, and the lights will go out.
Well, here we are then, trying to eye up some of our competitors as well. The soft rev limiter on, 10 red lights are here, and it's going to be lights out, and away we go then for the start of this race. As we get a nice, clean, tidy getaway down towards turn 1. Let's just see how aggressive the other riders are, and for the first time this season, we might survive the first corner and not even lose a place as well, so quite happy with that one. And this is absolutely the dream start for us all. There we go. Lopez immediately trying to shove his nose in where it doesn't belong. And he's going to absolutely mug me off through turn 2 and turn 3. They're able to move himself up straight into the lead of this race. But, just got on the throttle a little bit too early on the exit there. Looks like we're seeing a few other riders picking up warnings early on. As Vietti as well tries to have a look at the top of the hill. So once again, just lack that all-out confidence on the opening lap in this series. It looks like there's been quite a lot of incidents further down the order. And we just tuck in as Vietti again tries to have a look down the inside. Then we're going to rub up alongside that bike there through the hairpin. And this is just working out really well for Lopez even at the front of the order. Agura is, just still behind us as Vietti drops back ever so slightly. So, yeah, I think it's going to be in our best interest to take that long lap penalty a little bit later on in this race as Lopez barely keeps it on the road there. The AI seem to struggle with that corner far more than I really do. But let's take a look then. How much are we going to gain through these final couple of corners? I mean, look at that. Lopez parked on the apex. Couldn't really find a way around him. Now we will. Clean through will go. Like I said, not going to take that long lap penalty on lap 1. I'm going to try and make sure that we get the lap led. As, oh no, there we go. Lopez again diving it back down the inside. So we've got a really good battle with him on this opener. But as we cross the start-finish line, then we are going to be in the lead. Admittedly, only just. Will he look for it again in towards that first corner? Let's wait and see. Yes, he will. But we'll hang on. Oh no, a little bit of a misshift as we make our way down the back straight. You can see this is definitely one of the corners where the AI just have a little bit more confidence there than me on the brakes. They just seem to be able to get it turned in and rotated through a little bit earlier. Yeah, still, I think with Lopez, I might just take the penalty this lap because I don't want to let him get too much of a margin over everybody else as well. So if I do it now, hopefully we're going to see Agura once again, those two battle it out. So there you go, Lopez again firing it way too far in. Again, just about keeps it on the circuit. I mean, that's such an easy way to come off your bike and maybe be down and out for the rest of the afternoon. Let's try and just build up a little bit of a gap through these final couple of corners. That might be a track limits warning. So we're mighty close there. Through that final one, though. Nice and tidy. Yeah, this time around then, we will take that penalty. I have a rule still. I have a rule on this game. I was going to try and go in there optimistic. But long lap penalties, it's impossible. I just can't do them on this game. I think I've even got the assist on now. Let's just try and take it a little bit easier then. Alright, get in there. Thank you. Don't fall off. Don't cut it. Yeah, of course. This is what I have to do. I mean, it's why I don't end up, I try and rewind to get away from them in the first place. They're just impossible inside a game like that. There we go. LLP has been served. And now we are down in P5. Whoa, hello. What is that? You just get absolutely dive-bombed again. That's surely got to be at least a warning. Maybe get a penalty for that one. See, something is under investigation, but it might just be track limits. I think, yeah. Is that Scott, I want to say? I don't quite know. As we try and make our way up through the top of the hill. Let's see if we can try and get the cut back on the 35 rider. Hopefully, I don't want to watch those top 4 really kind of get away. So we should be able to get the run on him then. Down in towards the corner. Braking as late as I dare. A little bit of contact. But still, I mean, you look at the way the AI is able to hook it up a little bit better into that corner. Vietti Still at the back of that train, though, as well. Return the favour. He moved me, I'll move him. Thank you very much. So, yep, we're going to get that favour returned again. Stewards, oh no, they're not for us. That's okay. They're kind of letting us to race it out as we see fit. As am I about to get dived again? That time around will hang on. Oh, what is going on here? AI just tripping over each other. They were almost 3 wide into that corner. So we will go right the way around Vietti there. Aldeguy now trying to apply pressure to Alonso Lopez, your Moto2 championship leader. Are we going to get dived by Vietti? He has a look. He did actually get it stopped quite nicely there. We tried to get the switch on him, but not quite able to make that one work. 44.6 fastest lap by Aldeguy as well. How can the AI go quicker every time in the races than they do in qualifying? Is that common in MotoGP? Surely I would expect them to be able to get 1 lap hooked up better than they can in races. You know, it's not like Slipstream or anything like that. It's ridiculously potent. And this is not what we need at the moment. Top 4 just starting to spread out a little bit there as Vietti actually gave me some room that time around. So there's clearly still a little bit of respect between myself. I believe he races for the Valentino Rossi Academy. I've just gone and shredded any respect that we did have for each other there. That was way too aggressive. Am I going to get a penalty for it? Are we just going to get like a warning? Nothing at all, it looks like. So I guess we'll take that. But as we get to half distance then, Agura, Aldeguy and myself, we get a warning for the incident. That's okay. Is this going to be new fastest lap? No, not quite. Aldeguy is pushing on and looking very quick until I run into the back of him. Sorry. Down the middle. That was terrible commentary by me. I do apologise, but somehow we'll make a double overtake there to move up to the lead of the race. Darren Binder getting a warning. I think that was for track limits violations. As we almost take ourselves on for another long lap penalty, but we are back up then into the lead here at Jerez, and surely with the pace we've got right now, no one is going to be able to get in our way between now and the end. Are we going to see Agura dive me? Oh, he thought about it. It's so scary every time you see the nose of another bike into the braking zone. Says, there we go. He's going to do it again. Whoa! Hello? Aldeguy, what on earth was that? Just flashed across the screen. I mean, I would take a 1-2 if we can get one today, but, I mean, he almost just completely wiped us both out. That's ridiculous. A 1:43.8 now. We are finding more and more pace on this bike as the session continues on. 2 laps to go now. The gap to Aldeguy opening up. I think, yep, Jerez this weekend. I don't want to speak too soon, but it's looking good. Let's do it again. We're going to set an even quicker lap time. 43.702 now. So we are just chasing laps for fun towards the end of the race today. But come on, 1 more lap to go. I'm definitely going to up the AI ready for the next episode. I think we are now figuring out these Moto2 bikes. I never lowered it from what we ended Moto3 on. So I think we are just genuinely getting more and more competent on this game by playing it more and more often as well. But come on, let's try and see if we can get 1 more improvement. Jerez is a truly special place in both motorbikes and in Formula 1. Although its history is, yeah, certainly far more prominent on 2 wheels here. But as we round our way in towards the final couple of corners, we probably had the pace at Kota. We've certainly had the pace this weekend. The difference being here, no one else has really been able to have a say on it. As we round our way through, a long lap penalty couldn't stop me. Getting setbacks and frustration early on. We pulled through, and as we make our way in towards the final corner then, it is going to be P1 for the first time ever here in Moto2. We are definitely a championship threat this season. Get in there.
While we wait for the director to take us to the Parc Fermé to meet today's stars, let's take a quick look at the final results of this Moto2 race.
P1, baby, and by over 2 seconds ahead of our teammate Thurman Aldeguy as well. We bring home a 1-2 for the team. That is absolutely massive there. Agura P3 ahead of Celestino Vietti, with Lopez all the way down in P5 ahead of Arenas, Chantra, Garcia, Dixon, and Marcos Ramirez rounding out your top 10 there. But what a race that is for us. You know, certainly we can carry that momentum into the next few rounds. As well, we're up to P2 in the championship now, with our teammate leading the way, Aldeguy there, despite the fact I don't think he's won a race yet. So very, very interesting and very, very bunched up at the top of the order as well. It really is, I think, looking like it's going to be a 5-rider battle throughout the course of the season as well. Championship-wise, speed-up racing, dominating as you would expect in the constructors as well. So yeah, we cannot complain about that. But thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed. Obviously, we're super close now to 3k subs on the channel as well. But yeah, we'll be back very soon with more MotoGP 24 content.